the 3-shield windshield bag that does work on my Harley-Davidson Icon Revival. Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. Good moto morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Crackers' Garage. I was wrong. The humidity of it all. Anyway, we're also going to do a shout out at the end. I hope you stick around to find out who it is this week. We have a banger for you on that one as we try to build the motovlog community one shout out at a time. For those of you that stick around, thank you very much. I took the part down to Stonewall Harley-Davidson to see my parts girl, Kim, and I walked in the door and I didn't even get to finish the sentence. She saw the part I was holding in my hand. She knows me by name. She says, "How's it going, Eric? That's the wrong part for your 2021 Icon Revival." Nowhere in my entire 40 plus years of messing around with Harley-Davidson have I walked into a parts counter and they know me by name and they know my exact bike when I walk in the door. That's amazing. So I cannot endorse Kim in parts at Stonewall Harley-Davidson enough. Before I even finished, she was off, got the part, got the correct one. The correct part number is 9330054B, as in Baker. And the country of origin, China. And what I'm pleasantly surprised is this is an updated version, and you can see how it's angled up and it's notched out for the vent. So everything I was complaining about, they had already done. My apologies to Harley-Davidson for making statements that weren't true, and my apologies to my viewers for making statements that weren't true with my frustration on the other one. There we go, 3-bolt installation. These are magnet, and they seem very sturdy. You do have a complete pass-through. It does gonna project the wind a little more towards your chest. Let me move the camera here so you can see, hopefully, a little better. So yeah, it's a little more improved than the other design. I'm very happy with that, and we'll see how it works out. If I don't like it, it's 3 bolts to take it off, so we'll go from there. So there you go. That's done and dusted and taken care of, and Kim was very kind to just exchange the parts out. We had to dig up the receipt to see what Mrs. Kraken paid for it at Christmas time, and if there was any price difference, then I had to make that up at the time. So we got it squared away immediately. Now, on another note, there was a safety recall. I didn't really do a video on that for a lot of Harley-Davidsons for the rear brake light staying on all the time. So while I was standing there talking to Kim, I said, well, she said, it'll take a minute or two to type this up, hang on. And I said, well, let me go over to the service guy and book an appointment. I have a recall on my bike. And she said, hang on 1 second, and went in the back, talked to a tech, came back out, and she said, is it the stoplight recall? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she's like, you know, give me the keys. We'll knock it out right now and we'll write it up. So I went and got the mileage off the bike and the VIN number and all that good stuff. So to help her get the paperwork end of it done, and in 15 minutes they got that done and I was out of there. So not only did I get my bag exchanged from a part that was purchased at Christmas time, it is now April. She also accommodated me on a recall that I haven't been able to get done and just knocked it out. She told me that the tech had finished up early on his load of work for the day and had a little bit of extra time. So that was a win-win for everybody. And folks, you need to understand this time of year, you better get your bike in the shop. Do not drag your feet and procrastinate. 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now, it'll be 6 weeks out before you can get an appointment for anything done on your bike. So get on that, folks. So here's a quick clip of Kim, who's always a good sport. Normally, the staff at Stonewall Harley-Davidson, when I bust out a camera, they're like, ah! You know, it's like kryptonite. But Kim's always, I'll get in front of the camera. And here she goes. She's just a beautiful person. And Kim got me squared away on the 3-pouch fairing bag. And say hello to Kimberly, everybody. And come down to Stonewall Harley-Davidson in Orange, Virginia, and see Kim and she'll get you squared away every time.
Absolutely.
So if you're traveling through Virginia, please stop by Stonewall Harley-Davidson in Orange, Virginia. It's a very historic area. You're a stone's throw away from Monticello, Jefferson Davis's home, which is a national park now. That's fascinating history there if you're a historian of any level. First off, I want to thank Sean for my Pizza Vespa shirt from Scooter West, one of the premier Vespa dealers in North America. Thank you very much, Sean. I'm rocking it proudly. And you know what time it is. This week's shout out goes to Up North Rider. Christian has 528 subs, 150 videos out. He hails from Northland, New Zealand. He's rocking a Triumph Rocket 3 and a Royal Enfield Himalayan. Come with me as I ride the highways, back roads, and beaches up here in Northland, New Zealand on my Triumph Rocket 3 and my Royal Enfield Himalayan. What I like about Christian's channel is if you want to see an ambassador for Royal Enfield, for those of you that are rocking the Himalayan, one of the best values in the entire motorcycle world, in my opinion, on this very day, go check out his channel. He is such an advocate for the Royal Himalayan. He just took a 5-part series traveling with his mates, and they had a heck of a good time. He is a very well-refined, well-spoken individual. He does a few slight gear reviews. He does some long-term reviews on his gear and his bikes as well, which I always appreciate. It always annoys me when somebody opens a box that says this is the greatest ever and bolts it on their bike when you have 0 seat time with the product. There's no value there with me. You have to earn that 1 mile at a time, and Christian does that. So if you go over and check out his channel and you decide to subscribe, please give him a thumbs up and let him know that Kraken sent you. And let's help this gentleman out as he's just starting out in the motovlog community. Thank you. And there's my ghost dog, Daisy May. She's right up there. She's here to remind me to wrap up this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more in the future, hit the subscribe button somewhere down there in the corner. And remember, folks, go riding because it's good for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.